let us continue with the topic. Now we have discussed about citizen charters and what all the information that you can get in that citizen charters in detail. Now let us start a new concept in this engineering ethics called ethical issues. Now we will discuss about the different issues that will arise. Now the first one is moral dilemma. Now when this moral dilemma occurs, right, now it occurs when there is a vagueness, you doesn't have any clarity on the situation. It happens when you have conflict in reasons. It happens when you have problems of disagreement, right? Now see here, I'll crux down the points. Now this moral dilemma occurs when there is vagueness in the information. Vagueness in the information. Now the second reason will be conflicting reasons, right? Now these are important points, so that's why I'm noting down conflicting reasons. And the third point where you will be in moral dilemma is problems of disagreement. Right. Now what is this now these two things are very easy to understand. Now what is this problems of disagreement? Now see here, even the most responsible people will have different views. Am I right or wrong? There is no standard rule that all people will think in a same manner. Even in the position where they are in, right, means the highest position, highly respected people might have differed reasons. Right now this will interrupt your moral issues. Right now this is called problems of disagreement. Right now I will summarize this in one point. Even the most responsible people will have different views on interpreting moral issues. Right now see here, I'll crux it down in one point, different views on one issue. Different views on, now our issues is regarding ethics, so I'll write it as moral issues. Right done. Now the next ethical issue what we will deal is conflicts of interest. Now see here, one more point to remember. Now I am explaining in exact textbook definitions. Now you have to draft down the secondary points that arise from here. Now your questions will not be on direct definition statements, right? It will be the exact meaning of the given definitions. Now in the questions you can get more clarity regarding how to crack these questions, right? Now the second one what we will deal in ethical issues is conflict of interest. Now the famous word that now you are hearing about this is conflict of interest, right? In your newspapers, daily current affairs. Now what is this conflict of interest? And this situation arises in which two or more interests are not simultaneously realizable. Right now I'll summarize this point. Right, conflict of interest is a situation, now definitions must be written, right, in which two or more interests are not simultaneously realizable. I will explain with an example, so that's why you can understand this clearly. Now see here, the famous example what you hear recently is ICICI Bank CEO Chanda Kochhar was removed from CEO post due to the charges of conflict of interest. Right now, what happened? ICICI Bank offered a loan to Videocon Industries. Right now, this Videocon Industries have invested in a company which is related to to Chanda Kochhar's husband. Now, see here, there are two situations happening here. One, ICICI giving loan to Videocon, and immediately after this, Videocon investing some money in the company related to Chanda Kochhar's husband. Now see here, now these two conditions are not simultaneously realizable. Am I right or wrong? People think that there is a conflict of interest, right? Now do you think it is a transparent decision? Now that kind of situations, that kind of ethical issues is called conflict of interest. Now you got the point clearly, right? Now the next stage what we will deal is why this conflict of interest arise, at what situations this will arise. Now the first one is when there is a disagreement between public obligation and self interest of an official, your conflict of interest arises. Right now see your famous things, insider trading, bribes, gifts, etc. comes under conflict of interest. Right now see here, this is very important. I will summarize this. Insider trading, I can give many examples regarding this. Right, your Infosys Gopal Krishnan was removed from his post due to conflict of interest on charges of insider trading. Rajat Gupta, right, he was also removed from his post due to charges on insider trading. Right, insider trading means revealing the information about the company to the others. Right now see here, I'll write down the point. Disagreement, the first arisal, why conflict of interest arises. Disagreement between public obligation and self interest of individual or official, you can speak it as official here. Self interest of individual. Now you are speaking about the company, so you can write it as official. Now what are the examples of this? Insider trading, I have given the example for insider trading, right? Infosys example, Chris Gopal Krishnans, and also Rajat Guptas of Morgan Stanley. Right now, bribe, gifts, etc. comes under this conflict of interest. Now, again, at what situations this conflict of interest arises? This is one situation. The other one is confidentiality breaches. Right, I'll write down this point. Confidentiality breaches. Sorry, confidentiality breaches. Right now, what is this confidentiality breaches? Can you? I will explain with an example. Now, see here, insider information, which means letting information about a company to outsiders who wants to gain something from the information. Now, which comes under confidentiality breaches. Now, this is what your insider trading also. Right now, see here, you are giving your company info to the outsiders and you are making a gain to the outsiders. Now, which is a confidentiality breach, you are leaking your information. Right now, the next situation where it will arise is interest in other companies. Interest in other companies. Now, what is this situation? Interest in other companies, right? Now, a term what you frequently use here is moonlighting, right? Now, see here, moonlighting means having a second job secretly in addition to a regular employment, right? Now, there you get conflict of interest, right? When an employer is paying you, then if you go for another job secretly, then automatically this arises a conflict of interest, right? Now that term is called moonlighting. Now focus on this. These type of definitions are very important, right? Moonlighting. Now moonlighting is nothing but having second job secretly in addition to regular job. In addition to regular job is called moonlighting. Right now, these are the situations. Now, how to solve this conflict of interest? Now, that is very important. We'll deal this here. Now, see here how to solve this. You have to declare before the possible conflicts. You have to declare before in prior about the possible conflicts. Now this will lead to the mitigation of your conflict of interest, right? Now declaring. Next one, finding a creative middle way. Finding a creative middle way. Now these are general things, you can easily understand this, right? Next, listening to inner voice of your conscience, right? Listening to inner voice of conscience will lead to solve the conflict. Now giving importance to public welfare. Now this will also lead to solving your conflict, right? Focusing on public welfare, general things. Now the next one what we will deal is conflict of values. Now we have discussed about conflict of interest. Now we will discuss about conflict of values. Now what is this conflict of values? Now you have discussed about conflict of interest. Now the conflict of values is result of concurrent development of engineering as a profession and technology driven cooperations, right? Now there will be conflicts between your professional values of engineering and business values, right? Also you will have conflict of values between your environmental issues, right? Now this is nothing but your conflict of values, right? Now see here, this conflict of values arises due to concurrent development of. Now I'm writing only the crux points, right? Concurrent development of engineering as a profession. Right? And technology driven corporations. Now what this statement exactly explains, I also gave that explanation also, right? Now see here, you will be in a dilemma between, and these are ethical dilemmas or moral dilemmas what you discuss, right? Now see here, you will be in a situation between conflict between your professional values and business values, right? Either you have to act according to the profession or you have to act according to your business values, right? Now this is nothing but conflict of values. Now this situation, where to choose and what to choose. Sometimes, see here, your environmental issues will also add up to this. Your environmental issues will also add up to this conflict of values. What to choose in the first place, right? Now see here, very very important focus on this, right? And continuation of this conflict of values regarding these environmental issues, right? Now we will discuss one more term called environmental ethics. Environmental ethics. Now what is this environmental ethics, right? Now see here, this is nothing but your ethics associated to restoration of natural environment, ecosystem and biodiversity in a balanced state is called environmental ethics, right? Now your ethics related to restoration of environment is nothing but your environmental ethics. So I'm writing down only the crux point there. Now see here, two types of values will be there in this environmental ethics. One is sentient centered ethics, now which emphasizes need of safeguarding animals in their natural surroundings when engineering projects are undertaken, right? Now see here, we will see one more term here, right? Apart from occupational crimes, we will see in environmental ethics one more term called sentient centered ethics. Now this will emphasize you the need for safeguarding, protecting your animals in their natural surroundings when any engineering project is taken down, right? Safeguarding the animals at the surroundings, this is nothing but sentient centered ethics. Done. Yes. So we'll go to the next concept called occupational crime. Now we have discussed about moral dilemmas, right? Now we will discuss about occupational crimes, which is one more very important topic. Occupational crimes. Now, what is this occupational crimes? These are illegal acts made possible through one's lawful employment, right? Now, this is nothing but secret violation of laws regulating work activities. Many occupational crimes are special instances of your conflict of interest. Now see here, I will explain with an example. First I will write the definition, right? Then you can understand it very clearly. Now occupational crimes are illegal acts right, made possible through one's lawful activities, right? Now one's lawful activities, or you call it as employment. right? Now this is nothing but your secret violation of laws, secret violation of laws during work activities, right? Now many occupational crimes are special instances of conflict of interest. I will write as COI. Now what are the examples regarding this conflict of interest? The first one is price fixing. Now see here, this is what we discussed, right? Cartel formation, right? Now what is a famous example for cartel formation, right? Cartel formation, or you call it as price fixation. Famous example, already I have discussed this in ethics only, right? Your OPEC, organization for petroleum exporting countries, right? Now this is a single largest cartel in the world which fixes your oil prices, which surges your oil prices. Now let us see the definition of this. Companies join together and fix price before going for an action or an government tenders. Now you speak it in a general manner according to the definition. Now cartel formation doesn't need any tenders or any auctions, right? This is nothing but price fixation by forming a syndicate, right? Now I will discuss this detail, right? They fix the price before going to an any auction or government tender. Auction or any government tender. Now this is called price fixing, and sometimes you call it as cartel formation. Now the next occupational crime is embezzlement. Now see here, these are very important terms. Focus on this. Embezzlement. Now what is this embezzlement? Theft or misappropriation of funds placed in one trust. Now I will write complete definition here. This will be very helpful for you, right? Theft or misappropriation of funds placed in one's trust is called embezzlement, right? Now the third type of occupational crime that you frequently observing is computer crimes, right? Your data thefting all comes under this computer crimes. Stealing or cheating the clients and consumers, and conspiracy in fraudulent use of computer networks, right? Your most data breaching is happening more now. This is nothing but your occupational crime. And your computer abuses also comes under occupational crime. What is this computer abuses? Now this is nothing but unethical conduct in which computers are illegally misused for your power relationships and your encroachment of privacy. Now this is what happened in US Senate, right? Facebook was inquired due to this computer abuse, breach of privacy of an individual, right? Now the next one, the secondary thing in this computer crime is hacking. Manipulating computer security is also an occupational crime, right? Focus on this. Now these are occupational crimes. So the next one what we will discuss about this is professional rights. Professional rights, right? We are all discussing about more ethical issues now. Now the next one is professional rights in ethical issues. Right? Professional rights. In ethical issues we are discussing about professional rights. Okay, now what we will deal in this professional rights. Now in common what you speak it as, these are the rights of the engineers, right? Now what are the rights of the engineers? Let us discuss this. The first one, engineers have a fundamental right to live and freely pursue their legitimate interest, right? Now the first one is they are free to pursue, right, their legitimate interest. Legitimate interest means which comes under the ambit of law, right? Now next one, right not to be fairly discriminated against in employment on basis of sex, race or age, right? Now this is a right of an engineer, right? Discrimination, there must be no discrimination, right? And see here, they have a right to refuse to carry out any illegal activity. They will refuse to carry out any illegal activity, and they have a right to talk publicly about one's work within bound sets by confidentiality obligation. Now see here, this you have to know it clearly, right? Right to talk publicly, right, about one's work, and this talking publicly must be within a bound sets, right, and it must be in the ambit of confidentiality. It must be in the ambit of confidentiality, right? Next one, right to engage in the activities of professional societies. Yes. Right to protect clients and public from dangers or harms that might arise from one risk. Yes, this is a professional right. The right to professional recognition for one's services. Yes, recognition, right? This is one more professional right of an engineer. Right? And basic right of professional conscience. Professional conscience means the moral authority to act without interference from others, right? Now see here, I'll write down this. He has to act in moral authority without anybody's interference. Now this is a right of a engineer, right? Now next, now see here, in this professional rights we will discuss one very important thing called whistleblowing. Now this is also one more ethical issue. Whistleblowing. Now again, this topic, this comes under or organizational ethics also. Now let us see the definition first. Now what is whistleblowing? This is a famous concept that we are observing in corporate governance. Whistleblowing is nothing but alerting relevant persons to some moral or legal corruption. Right, I'll write down the point here. Whistleblowing is alerting relevant persons to some moral or legal corruption. Right. Now, this is the exact definition of whistleblowing. Now, this whistleblowing can be external, can be internal whistleblowing, can be anonymous whistleblowing. Right. Now, see here again, we have to see the exact definition regarding this whistleblowing according to the corporate governance rules. Right. Now see here, If any individual is exposing or disclosing a corrupt or bad practices of any organization for the public interest of large, then this process is called whistleblowing, right? And the person is called whistleblower, right? Now this person can be in the organization, can be from out of the organization, can be any anonymous person, right? Now see here, exposing or disclosing a corrupt or bad practices in an organization for the public interest or in the public interest is called whistleblowing, and the concerned person is called, who is whistleblowing is called whistleblower, right? Now I will explain with an example with this. Now see here, the act by an employee which informs the public or higher management of unethical or illegal behavior by an employer or an supervisor is nothing but your whistleblowing, right? Now when these conditions of whistleblowing will be met, that we will discuss in the next video. Thank you.